it up loud.
It's a story that must be told about two ladies that are kind of old. One passed to the other side. They like to chat, cook, and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook, and pray. Oh, chat, cook, and pray.
Oh, I gotta raise this up.
Oh, you do? I'm gonna cut off my head. Hi, everybody.
There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook.
Don't knock me over.
You'll never
Okay, you ready yet?
there.
Try at it again. Oh, okay.
There.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm
Floating.
floating. Okay. Pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook. Let's do this.
Pray.
Oh, chat, cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook, pray, amen. All right, we're here again, our confused selves, and it's so good to see you. What a beautiful day. I bet a lot of you are outside. Where are you going? Oh, you're
I'm
going
going
home.
here. Where are you going?
I see Susan, I see Kathy Korn, I see Carolyn Lipsky, Bill Wooten, Lori Buck. You're all watching. I'm going to wave to you in just a minute when I get around there. I just want to say that today's recipe looks so good. And maybe it's because it has bourbon.
That's probably it.
You think that's it? I think that would be a very helpful thing.
Oh, I think we
Right.
need it. I think we need it.
And of course, you got to know this, that it's a recipe with Dijon, because she goes with French because she loves the way I speak French.
And because of your hat.
And
it
because
looks
of my
French.
hat and I can do it like this, like French, okay?
Yes,
like
yes.
a beret.
And we're gonna,
Correct.
I think we should start learning how to speak French
I
because
think
we have
so.
all this time here.
I know. And one of these days, I would love to help out with something, but with, you're just so swift at this. But I'm going to move around to start reading the thing when she's ready for me to read, and so I can wave to you all. It's so great to have you. Okay.
Okay. All right. Today, I'm going to start with, I melted the 2 tablespoons of butter. Now it says clarified butter. You know what? I didn't do that the last time when I made it, so I didn't do it this time. And then I'm going to take a half a cup of breadcrumbs, and I happen to have these Progresso Italian style breadcrumbs. And so I just use those, and I'm going to just scoop out.
You're using Italian breadcrumbs with
in
a
a
French recipe. Yes.
And I'm using Kentucky bourbon.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
All right, there's my half a cup of that. And I'll just mix that up together. Let's see. Use a spoon this time. Wow. Let me
Is the
move my
pan
chop.
already on?
No, I didn't
Oh,
need it on
okay.
quite yet
Okay.
because it won't take long for that butter to melt. And you just mix up those breadcrumbs and that butter, and that's just really super easy. And then I'm going to add in the nuts, and I'm making sure I do this correctly. And the pecans,
Where are the pecans?
right here.
There they are.
Don't they look like pecans?
Oh, she's
I
got the
ground-
cutest little bowls. I love her
Yeah.
little bowls.
It's a Tupperware again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
And then I've ground these up this morning, fresh this morning. And I'm just gonna mix those all in there really nice and good.
I've got to say, Randy says, "Oh no, don't start speaking French." and
I'll
then,
embarrass myself.
Kathy says hi to it. Kathy Korn says hi. Susan says, "I think they may have already tested the bourbon." Well,
Well, you know,
we
with
have
that
not.
What's all that's left of that bottle? You know, it was
Oh.
today.
wow.
Okay, now I'm just gonna take these crumbs and sprinkle them on the plate. Kind of spread them out here. And scraping all this out. seen my nice clear bowls that I bought.
I know,
special
so
to
we
use
could
for
see,
this.
so we could see what you were doing.
Yes, Amazon loves me.
That's
I've
right.
had 64 orders since this COVID started. 64 orders.
For what?
All the stuff I bought.
Oh,
Instead of going to the store, I just buy it on Amazon. I'm on their frequent caller list. They send me now, hey, since you bought this, you might really
you
like
might want this.
Yes, go for it.
That's right.
And I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet on.
Michelle's watching. Hi, Michelle.
Yes, they got their electricity on, and
Yeah,
that's all
that's
exciting
great.
stuff.
And those of you keep making comments, and of course you can talk back and forth to each other. I may not read all the comments because I may
You
be
can't read.
like I can't read, and I may be doing something else. But Randy will keep up with you as far as conversation. Okay.
He's very good at that.
Yes.
Okay, I've got the chicken. Once again, I just use the chicken tenders because that will cook a lot faster here for us in our kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to just put the, well, anyway, I just kind of coated the chicken pieces. And I wasn't sure if I would like this recipe at first when I was fixing it the first time. Well, we had the extra sauce with it, and Randy said, don't throw that out because this stuff was so good. Of course, it's still in the refrigerator. We haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
And we'll just...
So how much chicken is this? Like if you didn't do the tenders, would it be 4 breasts or what does it say?
It called for 8 half breasts, so it would be 4 chickens.
Okay,
4 chickens.
4 breasts of chicken.
Yes.
Okay.
Cut in half.
Yes.
So I figured the tenders,
Yeah, would do it.
yeah.
Very good. Very good. I hope you guys are having a good week. I mean, what a beautiful day is this.
Oh my gosh.
It's so great. And
Too
I
bad
just
we have
hope
to be
that,
inside.
you know, yeah, if you want, so you guys could watch this outside if you wanted to. But it's just so fun. This is just one of those fun things. Okay, you tell me when you want me to start reading.
Oh, well, let me get this chicken all done. This
Okay.
is just, we've had a busy morning here
Yes,
so far.
yes, we have.
You've been on another one of those Zoom meetings, I
I know
swear.
it.
That's all you do.
I know it.
Had one last night at 4 o'clock.
I think my middle name is Zoom.
Yes.
Tires
Well-
me out. I Zoom so much.
Well, it's interesting. I think you're going to more meetings now than you ever
No,
have.
I know.
Because you can't say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy, I can't come.
Saves on the old gas.
Yeah.
That's
And
for
thank
sure.
goodness it's not a long distance call. That'd be really expensive.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh,
2 more to
2
go
more to,
to coat up here.
yes.
Oh, this is, a lot of times I don't like breaded stuff because I think it just is too much breading, too much.
But this doesn't look like it's not
No,
that thick on it.
No, it's not. And besides, it's pecans.
And I still love the smell of the butter.
Oh,
It
yes.
smells so good. Yummy.
Oh, I got another new cookbook.
Oh boy.
You know,
You know what that means, folks? She's gonna be throwing us new recipes.
well, I was at Sam's Club and I saw this cookbook there and I had to buy it when the first page it flipped open to was bacon cauliflower skewers.
Oh wow. Bacon cauliflower skewers.
Yes, and I thought of you immediately.
Yes, I know. Bacon's my go-to.
Yes.
All right. So you're gonna fry this, and this takes what, about 10 minutes probably, or
Yeah, maybe
a little more
less.
or less?
It's because of this being.
okay. And then you're gonna make the sauce. Is that
Yes,
right?
yes, I'll be making the sauce.
Okay.
Part of my problem here is, we have a problem with enough outlets for everything.
I
we're
know.
doing.
But I tell you what, it's worked.
Yes, it has. Now you can start reading. I'm going to
Okay.
go wash my hands.
She's gonna wash her hands. So while she's washing her hands, I guess I'll go ahead and show my face.
Yes.
Oh, Erin's on.
Oh, wow.
She says cauliflower, not so much for Pastor Karen. I would like it with bacon. I like everything with bacon. Hi, Liz.
Little cauliflowerette.
That's right. Okay, so while she's washing her hands, I will read with my face in front of you. Okay, so here's what we're reading about today, because she uses both Dijon mustard and Worcestershire in this particular recipe. And I'm sure she picked it because it was Dijon, and I would have to speak French. Dijon mustard is used as a condiment and an ingredient in recipes, and this prepared mustard has a pale yellow color, there it is, and slightly creamy consistency. It's sold in jars and squeeze bottles, and the most popular brand, one of the most popular brands, is, what do you think? Grey Poupon. There you go. While mustard is usually gluten-free, those who are sensitive should be careful to read the label. It is vegetarian, but some vegans would shun Dijon mustard because the wine used to make it might be processed using animal-based fining agents. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what it is.
F-I-N agents. Okay. Dijon mustard originated in the city of, what do you think? Dijon, which is the capital of the Burgundy region of France in the eastern part of the country. I'm moving on now.
No,
She's-
you can.
She's back. Oh, okay.
I was just right over here.
The Burgundy region, called Bourgogne in French, has a rich culinary history and is especially known for its wine. Mustard is grown in vineyards as a cover crop beneath the rows of vines, providing nutrients to the vines when it is plowed under. And by the 1200s, Dijon, France was recognized as a significant area for mustard making and is now regarded as the mustard capital of the world. King Philip VI first used the mustard in 1336, which became popular roughly 500 years later when Jean Nagion created the formula that replaces vinegar with verjus in French, which is a juice made from unripe grapes. The most famous brand of Grey Poupon was created in 1866 by mustard maker Maurice Grey with a recipe including wine along with his financial backer Auguste Poupon. At one time, any product called Dijon mustard had to be made in or around the city of Dijon, a so-called protected designation of origin, as is with Champagne or Parmigiano Reggiano. I guess Parmesan cheese. To be
Parmesan.
true Parmesan had to
come
be
from there.
from Parmigiano. Mustard produced elsewhere had to be called Dijon style mustard. Or simply Dijon mustard with a lowercase d. But today, the term Dijon mustard has become so generic, any mustard using the basic Dijon recipe can be called Dijon mustard. It's made of brown mustard seeds and white wine, and one of the crucial ingredients in traditional Dijon is verjus. This tart liquid gives Dijon mustard its characteristic flavor. The original recipe includes white wine from the Burgundy region, like Chablis or Bourgogne.
Where you at?
Bourgogne. Bourgogne Blanc. I can say Blanc, which are made from Chardonnay grapes. Dijon mustard has a tangy, sharp, and strong flavor with a bit of spice, and the commercial recipes made today use an ingredient with a low acidity level, which allows the potency of the mustard seeds to shine through. As Dijon mustard is a condiment, it can be used as a spread. Anytime mustard is called for when you prefer a more potent mustard flavor. It can top a hot dog or be smeared on a roast beef or turkey sandwich. Perfect for pairing for a corned beef or pastrami sandwich on rye. This is making me hungry since a spicy mustard is called for. But this tasty prepared mustard is also a key ingredient in many different recipes, such as vinaigrettes and sauces. But remember, a little bit of Dijon goes a long way. That's what it says here. Dijon mustard is also a common ingredient in salad dressings, providing a bit of tang as well as a nice thickness. It's used in many barbecue recipes as a flavorful layer that helps keep a rub on the meat. Okay, I'm moving around and she's going on with the sauce.
Yes, I had a brilliant thought, and I unplugged the microwave and plugged the skillet into where the microwave was, and now we're in business
We're in business.
with the hot plate. So I'm going to get 1/4 of a cup
Don't turn that burner on that has your recipe on
I
it.
did.
Oh.
I'm going to do 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard if you choose to come out of the container.
Give that thing a squeeze.
Oh yeah.
There, it's coming.
Yeah.
And there's. What'd you do?
Well, I just missed. I mean, I just made the pan. Thank goodness.
Hi, Dawn. Dawn is watching.
I need just a dash more. Okay. Get back in there.
All right.
Freedom's Choice. Dijon.
Freedom's Choice Dijon.
Yes. Made in Fort Leavenworth and made at the commissary.
There you go.
Okay, and then I'm going to put in the brown sugar, which I measured out this morning.
Right, there it is in a little
1/4
pad.
cup of brown sugar. Oops, let me check my chicken. Still,
Smells good.
yeah, it's looking just fine.
I'm tempted
And-
to just eat those little crumbs that are here.
I know, I thought about that too.
Yeah.
But then I thought of Aaron watching us and decided maybe we shouldn't do that. Then I have my bourbon, which I was getting this bourbon out at home. And
Yes.
Randy says, no, don't be using that good sipping bourbon. Use this cheap stuff. Well, he doesn't know, but the first time I made it, I used it.
Used a good sipping bourbon.
Yeah, well, it's just well, I put in 3 tablespoons of bourbon because it was easier. Okay, then soy sauce. And I just need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. There we go. And you know, I've been having trouble getting soy sauce. It has been gone off the shelves.
Well, so many things have been gone off the shelves.
Yeah, and when I went to get because I usually buy Keepo Man soy sauce, and I went to get it at the commissary, and it said unable to get from supplier.
Pat's watching. Hi, Pat.
So let's see what else I have to put in there. Oh, the Worcestershire sauce, a teaspoon of it.
And that brings us to
Two.
my second reading, but I'll wait until you tell me to continue. So 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire.
No, just one.
1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce.
Yes, and you will find the reason for that in your reading, and I was fascinated by that. I
Okay.
didn't know all of that.
I tell
Okay.
you, my mind has become a steel trap. I know so many things
That you never thought you
that I
needed
never
to know.
thought I needed to know. Okay, so she's going to be stirring the sauce, and let me read you a little bit about Worcestershire sauce. It takes 18 months to get the fermented sauce that graces the steaks of so many. Worcestershire sauce follows in the tradition of fermented fish sauce found in many cultures, such as garum in ancient Rome. Worcestershire sauce has a history to go with its usefulness in flavoring drinks and foods such as Bloody Marys, Caesar salads, steaks, oysters, and deviled eggs. Worcestershire sauce has its roots in India, but was actually created by accident in its namesake town of Worcester. That's not Worcestershire, but Worcester in England in 1834. The Lee and Perrins Company says Lord Sandys, whose identity is disputed, had returned home to England to retire after successfully governing Bengal, India for many years. He so missed his favorite Indian sauce that he commissioned drugstore owners John Lee and William Perrins to come up with a reasonable facsimile. The original intent of the chemist was to keep some of the batch to sell in the store, but the fish and vegetable mixture had such a strong odor that they decided otherwise and stored it in the cellar. It lay forgotten for 2 years. Now that's what you call somebody who's lost their memory. You put something down in the cellar and it stays there for 2 years.
That never happens.
No.
No, never.
Until it was rediscovered during a cleanup mission. The batch had aged into a wonderfully flavored sauce, which was bottled and quickly became a hot item. Well, who would think it was okay to put in bottles after 2 years?
Well, who's the person who came in the office today and says, here, test this and see what you think if it's stale or not? Well, it was.
That's something I found in a box back here. Okay, promoting Worcestershire sauce. Lee and Perrins successfully branched out by convincing stewards on British passenger ships to include it on their dining table setups, and it soon became a British staple, primarily as steak sauce, and further immigrated worldwide. The bottles are still wrapped in paper, as was done originally to protect them from breaking during sea voyages. That's
Yes.
why they're wrapped in paper. However, not ours.
No, because we bought the cheaper
Yes.
version.
Worcestershire sauce is known as the commercially bottled condiment to be imported to America, arriving in New York in 1839. The guarded recipe, let's see. Okay. The guarded recipe basically remains the same. However, the advertising no longer purports to make your hair grow beautiful. Oh, I never knew that it purported that.
Well, otherwise you would have been.
Make your hair grow beautiful. The company lost the rights trademark the term Worcestershire sauce in 1876, so it can be used as a generic term for similar sauces. So if you're not getting the Worcestershire brand, you're getting a similar sauce that might not be true Worcestershire sauce. Okay. The full recipe for Worcestershire sauce has yet to be revealed by the original purveyors of this upscale condiment, Lee and Perrins. The original bottle shows the ingredients to be barley malt vinegar, spirit vinegar, molasses, sugar, salt, anchovies, tamarind extract, onions and garlic, and unspecified spices and flavorings. Some of the additional ingredients that may include lemons, soy sauce, pickles, and peppers. The U.S. version of Lee and Perrins Worcestershire sauce differs from the British recipe. In place of malt vinegar, distilled white vinegar is used, and there is literally 3 times more sugar and slightly more than 3 times as much sodium per 1/3 ounce. Why do they have to do that?
Well, you know, I even went and started to check all the stuff out. But you know, I don't know why I did this, because I was trying to find out what it said for the ones on the Frenches, and I kept looking on the internet. You know, I could have just come in here and looked at the bottle.
Okay. Anyway, so here you go. Why do we in the U.S. literally have 3 times more sugar and 3 times as much sodium? The U.S. version is also labeled with smaller serving size. A teaspoon is 1 serving, in contrast to the British Canadian, 1 tablespoon is 1 serving. That's why you just used a teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no explanation for the change, but many imported goods are specialized for the U.S. You can make your own homemade Worcestershire. I don't think I want to.
No.
If you want more control over the ingredients and additives. I love Worcestershire sauce, though. I love it on steaks. I think it's very good.
And now you know why. Now I'm stirring in the butter, and it said, and it takes a lot of butter.
Okay.
3/4 of a cup of butter.
3/4 of a cup of butter.
Yeah, that's probably why we like this salt.
It's gonna be good.
You know, some of the new recipes that I'm going to be trying out at home, one of them is, I found this recipe for no churn ice cream.
No churn ice cream.
And it has rum in it and grape nuts.
Grape nuts? Okay, then it must be good. I mean,
thought of you. So
I know. I
I
love
printed
grape
it
nuts,
off.
as everybody knows, since my grape nut cookies.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Now, what are you digging around for in there?
I'm getting cups for our
Oh,
water.
you're
'cause
planning ahead.
I can tell it's getting close.
Yes, it is.
Because it looks so good. Hold up that little sauce. Oh, you gotta put, how much more butter you gotta put in there?
I'm not even halfway through the
Oh,
butter.
but look, it's such a pretty brown. I don't
Yeah.
know if you all can
yeah,
see it.
there, I think they
But
can
it's
see
so
that.
good. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna pour some water. I see you have a salt shaker sitting right in front of me.
Well,
Are
I
you
just-
thinking I would be saying, where's the salt?
Yes, I would be thinking you'd be saying that. That's why I put it there. Now, this is, the most labor-intensive part of it is whisking this, you know, but, and the chicken is doing marvelously, it's almost done. And some more butter. My goodness, plenty of butter. And I'm really anxious to try some more of these new recipes that I got at the with my new cookbook. Some of them sound really super good, but they take an air fryer, which I have one of those, of course. So I may have to bring my air fryer in and use that, but I want to see if I can convert them to a regular recipe also, for those of you that don't have an air fryer. Air fryers are really neat. I really had a good time.
Erin has one, she loves it.
Oh yeah, I have an Emerald Lagasse extra large, it says. These are Emerald Lagasse pans. Yeah, I saw these pans and I really liked them, and my mother gave me half the money for them. I felt so guilty that she sent me the money.
Well, she was gonna get you something anyway, so she might as well get you something you want, right?
Yeah, that or she'd been shopping on QVC and we'd all gotten something we didn't know we wanted. Oh, it's almost done. Look at that.
Oh, you all, it is so smooth looking and yummy looking.
Just,
Wow. It does look yummy. Kathy says it looks yummy. Kathy Gould.
good. Okay. Make sure I did this right. Do not return to heat. Okay, then all we have to do, I think our chicken is done. It's looking done.
It's looking done.
Looking done.
Did you want to take a temperature of it? What's it supposed to be? I don't even know. Yeah, I think it's done.
Oh.
You just hold your hand over it.
Held your hand over it and pray
Says
a
it's
lot.
done.
No, it's because these chicken breasts. Not sure. Oh, I can cut into one and make
Yeah,
sure.
cut into one. Do you need, you got a knife there?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I see
have
it.
a knife.
Okay. Don't do it holding it. The
Yeah.
last thing I want is you to,
Chop my finger off
Yeah.
with this dull knife. Oh, yeah.
oh, they're
that's
done.
fine. Make sure this is the bigger one. Yep, yep.
All right. Okay, so those of you that get mad at Marty when she licks her fingers,
I do it
send
just
it
to
up
irritate
here.
you.
Kathy says Preston likes the show. Good,
Oh,
Preston.
good.
I
Yeah,
hope you're
Preston.
feeling good today.
Preston had a tumble yesterday.
Yeah. But he's all okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we just put these little, it said to use them on a nice platter to display them.
This is a nice platter.
This is,
Do we want to get all the crunchies? I think we should spread those over the top of them.
oh, you don't really need to, you can use that paper.
I want my crunchies.
Oh,
You know what we could do? We could take the rest of these and put them in there
Okay.
and fry them.
Put them in there,
Okay,
that makes you happy.
it will.
And I'm just pouring the
And
sauce
then I'll have all
over
these crunchies to eat.
Oh, and I know, you,
And you know I will.
yes, I do. I'll save some of that for later, because otherwise this
Yeah.
plate is going to,
I'll take
and
it.
there.
Look
no,
at
there.
that. That's it.
Okay,
Hi, Elaine.
okay, I'm gonna put this over on the table.
Okay. Oh my goodness. And then gotta get us some more plates.
Yes, we probably would like to eat.
Well,
off
you
of-
got two under that, so maybe I'll just get another one. We can-
Yeah, yeah, we can.
that had crumbs on it. I'll take that one.
Okay, just a second here.
Keep
Oh.
entertaining the troops.
So I'm entertaining them, all right. All right, now this looks good.
It does look
All
good.
right.
Oh, you're getting us real forks.
Yes, we're gonna live it up today.
We're
Real
living it up
forks.
with real forks. And I'm just gonna stir this around. Did you turn it off? Oh, well.
We'll turn it on later.
Yeah, yeah.
You gotta get over here so I
Oh,
have the
so
same, the right way.
Okay,
Cause you know I can't do that
I know.
correctly.
you cannot.
Okay.
Okay, I'm scooting over. All right.
Okay.
Turn it that way. Yes, more.
No, we have to have you in there.
I can have my shoulder cut off.
Well, better than your head.
I'm gonna take my hat off, folks. I never think to do that. when I'm sitting down and no longer a chef.
That's such a,
That's kind of a broad term here.
well, yes, that's one way to put it.
Oh my goodness.
In case you want some of the juice.
Juice, yes.
Now, whatever you don't eat, you get to take home, so.
Oh, wow. And this time I'm going to remember to pray. You don't have to remind me. Get over here. Come on. Move yourself in there.
Just a second.
Okay. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
Now, please take off your hat because it always comes down over your
Always work in the dark.
Okay, we're going to say a little prayer before we eat this wonderful chicken. Gracious and loving God, we thank you for this time again today. We hope that everyone is having or has had a wonderful lunch. We thank you for all the people who are watching, and we just ask that you pour out your comfort and blessing on everyone, and may this food that gives us strength go to your good works. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Well, Saturday we had an exciting time. We were on our little Model A tour,
Oh.
and Randy's cell phone rang. Ooh, thank you.
Here, you want some juice?
Oh, give me a little bit, yeah. And Randy's cell phone rang, and so I answered it, and it was a video call from our officer's wife from Morocco.
Wow.
Their daughter was anxious to call us, her oldest one. She had just been admitted into medical school. And Asma was so excited to be able to tell us, because when they were here was the year that Randy had his heart surgery, and she came to the hospital to see him and was so fascinated by his by the procedures of what they had all done with the robotic surgery, and she said she wanted to be a doctor.
That is really cool. That's a neat story. I
Mhm.
like that story. Now, are these little mandarin oranges for us, or were they just sitting on the table? to
No,
look
it's called,
pretty?
no, I brought them because I wanted to clean some stuff out of the cupboard.
Well, thank you.
Well, I didn't want to put it back in. I pulled it out so I could get out the brown sugar, and I said, oh, you know what, I'll
You
just
know
take
what? We'll just eat that.
this. Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, see, here's what I do.
Oh, you just drink the juice before you open it a little bit?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That way, I don't make a mess later.
Hold on, I've got to catch up here.
Oh,
Randy said this is a great meal. Then he says hi Sharon, but I don't see Sharon who. Debbie says no, Marty, leave your hat on.
yeah, I would have to agree.
Oh,
This is good.
I can't wait for a bite.
Mm.
It looks so good. I mean, that sauce
Mm.
looks amazing.
Mm.
Yummy. Okay, y'all. While we're eating, you need to be sharing some things about yourselves that have been going on, and of course, everybody watching can see it. Oh, Lipsky, you said Karen and her crunchies, Long John Silver's. That's right. When I was up in St. Louis, and we'd go to Long John Silver's to get fish for lunch or something, I always asked for an extra thing of the Crispies or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so, of course, I always had Crispies hanging out of my mouth. Thank you for remembering that, Carolyn. I know that I am a crispy cruncher. I love Crispies.
You know, it's like when you go to Wendy's and ask them for that you want the extra pecans, and
Oh, yes, that's right, for the pecan salad.
yes.
Yes, I am a crispy cruncher.
Mm.
Okay. That's good.
I'm glad you like this recipe.
It's really good. You know what? The flavor of that sauce,
Mm-hmm.
I think, is very French. Of course, I don't know how many times I've had French sauces, but it tastes French to me.
Kind of like your accent.
Yeah.
Kind of like French.
Mmm.
Yeah, I think this is a definite keeper.
This is a definite keeper.
Mm.
Wow. That is good. We got a recipe from Pat, didn't we, for cookies?
The cookies.
And some of you need to send in some recipes. Lori says, I started cooking early, but you still are eating before we're done. See, it just must speed by.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the chicken is definitely done, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. With Aaron watching, we didn't definitely have.
Definitely not.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't either. Mmm. That is very good.
Mm.
It really is. So, like Marty said, this week, has it only been 2 days?
Well, we work Sunday too, so that really
That's
makes
right.
it. So that's a little odd.
That's been nothing but meetings, and I mean they're all very. It's all good, stuff. But when you go to that many Zoom meetings, your head just. I mean, I see things in squares now in my head because everybody's in a little square. But we've had some real good meetings with the conference on virtual Sunday school, and tonight is a Zoom council meeting, so we'll be talking about that tonight. And so they've been really productive meetings that we've had, and it's just a whole different way of doing things. You're just seeing everybody all the time virtually, and I think it probably then shocks you when you finally get to see them in person, if you ever do. But it's been a busy time. And I don't know how many of you online today were able to come to the outdoor service on Sunday. It was such a beautiful day. And then we got to have Isaac
Oh, that was such a treat.
his jazz, play I think it was called Jazz Finale or something like that. And it was so good. And the praise team was so good, and it was just a great day to be in worship and be outside and even see everybody from a distance. Even coming in that type of service where you still have to be distanced, there's something about feeling connected again.
Well, it's no different than those people that come to church and sit at the very back, and you're clear at the front.
You may need to explain yourself. I don't know what you mean.
Well, they aren't that close either.
But afterwards they can visit and talk with other people. But it's just neat. And I tell you, at my kids' corner yesterday, it was so cute because we talked about how we show love, how we show God's love, and the story I read suggested that one of the neat ways to show God's love was to collect food, and because there's always people that are hungry and need some food, and the kids and I talked, and they are going to, the Sunday school kids are going to collect canned goods, and I told them if they wanted to bring it up here they could, and we'll put it in a box, or if they have a pantry they want to take it to, they can. And one fun thing that they can do, and I've seen this done at youth groups and stuff different times, take little post-it notes and put it on the can, just say, Bethel loves you, God loves you, thinking of you, and I don't know if the notes make it to the facility or not, but it's the thought that counts. And so the kids were really excited about that, and it was so neat to share that with them. And so it's just another way of keeping connected and having the kids do something that they know is helping others. So that's neat. And Susan said she really, Susan Schindler said, I really enjoyed the service Sunday. Isaac was awesome. Yes, he was. Are you done?
Yes.
You're not going to have another piece?
No, because you're going to take that home. But,
Well, I don't care. You can have another piece.
well, I'm going to show you. I brought a surprise for you.
Oh no, she brought a surprise.
I did.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Yes. I sneaked it in this morning before you got here.
Oh.
Okay.
What is
Here-
it?
Here it is.
Okay, take the lid off. They can't see through that. Oh my goodness, is it a cheesecake?
No.
Oh,
You said you liked Bischoff cookies.
yes.
I found a recipe for a pie. I snuck this out of the house. Randy doesn't even know I took it. But we have another one. Anyway,
What kind of cookies did you say?
those Bischoff.
Oh yeah, that they give you on the plane.
Yeah, yeah.
They
And
give
I
you-
bought I got a whole $10 worth of those cookies to make this thing, and it only took 3 cookies.
Oh my goodness. So that's what's the cream part?
That's what Cool Whip.
Oh,
And underneath it is the cookie. It was Bischoff cookie butter.
oh my goodness.
Oh yes.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna need to make me a cup of coffee with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite
Wow.
quite rich. Kind of like that other pie I made.
Oh my Lord, that was great. That was one about a month ago. What was that?
Who don't know? Let's see, what one was that one? It was the almond butter.
Yes. Yes.
Almond butter pie. Let's see.
Yeah, it's well, this is quite lovely. I was not expecting such a surprise.
Yes, and it's not even your birthday.
Now I'm wondering if there's going to be a movement that wants me to bring back my dipped bananas.
Well, it won't be coming from me. I can assure you of that one.
Now I'm telling you, they were good. It's just you always made fun that I had the whole banana.
Oh my gosh, that was just.
Hi, Carrie. Carrie Christie, friend.
Friend?
Aaron's close friend, my close friend.
Oh,
Okay.
see, you didn't even use salt today, did you?
No, I didn't even think about salt.
No.
But this is amazingly good. This sauce on this chicken.
Yeah.
That is so good. You know what? I guess it's the Dijon,
Mm-hmm.
the Worcestershire, the bourbon. I mean, it all comes,
Just-
and there is a lot of butter.
Yeah, there is a lot of butter.
That's right.
I think that's what calms down that Dijon.
Kathy Corn says pecans and almond butter, a nutty lunch.
A nutty lunch for 2 nutty people.
That's right.
Okay. I just gave you a little piece because it's kind of rich.
I gotta show you. I can't even believe she can cut that little a piece. Isn't that cute? That's for a doll.
Well, you can have more if you can.
If I can stand it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That looks wonderful. Now you're going to have to give them next week the recipe for that, even if you don't.
No, because
make
I
it
got
yet.
another recipe that I want to try.
Okay. Well, are we going to do the skewers, or what are we doing next week?
I don't know.
What are
I
you,
got.
you going to make it surprise?
Right now it's a surprise because I'm not really sure.
Okay.
You know, I did. I went out to the freezer
Yeah.
and I said, you know, I need to start using some of this stuff I've stockpiled. You know, in my hoarder mode that I sometimes are in. You know, afraid I'm going to starve to death. And I found this package of meat, and it was in my vacuum sealed bag that I put it in. And normally I write the instructions of how to cook the item. Because this was something that was marinated and in there. It was a blob. But I figured it was
Is
beef.
this the one that has the French name too that you do to it, the baking method?
Yes.
Or
Sous
cooking?
vide.
Sous vide. Sous
Yes.
vide.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell them how you do a sous vide.
Sous vide is cooking in a warm water bath over at a controlled temperature for an extended period of time. It took 12 hours to cook this piece of meat.
Wow.
And I cooked it at 131 degrees for 12 hours. And it was absolutely fantastically delicious. It was just a cheap cut of meat. It was either a bottom round roast or a heel of round. I think it was the heel of round. And it was so tender you just cut it with your fork.
Okay. Of course, Randy has tasted this pie.
Yes, he has one.
Randy is our taste tester for all of these meals, and then luckily when Marty cooks, sometimes she takes some home, but mostly this goes back to me, and so it gives us a dinner. It gives Terry and I a dinner on Tuesday nights.
Yes, to where you don't have to cook.
I don't have to
Or
cook.
Terry doesn't have to
Or
cook.
Terry doesn't have to cook. That's
I
more
think
like
that's more like
it.
it.
It is. It is.
I mean, I think that's the better statement there.
Mm-hmm.
Not to
But
say,
so
because I think he gets tired of eating those frozen bananas and those nut breakfast cookies. That's probably all
okay,
you fix.
y'all. Now I'm feeling like I'm being challenged because Carrie says she's coming over. Come ahead. Because I feel like I'm not giving enough of my cooking expertise
I believe
to the show.
that's what you call
To the show.
You
So
call
I'm
it
going to
expertise.
I'm going to think of a recipe that I can add, maybe not next week, but sometime, and I will surprise you all
And yourself too.
and myself. That's so good. Okay. Before we head off, I want to read you. I put this in our letter today. Monday, whenever it was that you got the letter for Bethel, because I love what it says. It was written by a retired American Episcopal bishop, Stephen Charleston, and I think the words are so appropriate for right now. And I just want to read it again if you haven't had the opportunity to read it from the letter or haven't seen it. But I want you to hear these words as we get ready to sign off from this cooking show, which again was so much fun. It's always so much fun being with all of you. So here's the words that Bishop Charleston wrote. I do not pretend to know why you and I were chosen to live during these days of pandemic and national struggle. Is it by accident or on purpose? Is there some lesson we are to learn or some example that we are to embody? I am not sure. All I know is that we are here, and here we will stay until the virus retreats and the community recovers. In this way, we will be witnesses to a vast time of change. We will be part of that change. The choices we make now, the way we conduct ourselves, the paths we decide to follow, they will all be remembered. They will determine the future, perhaps for generations to come. Therefore, as long as we are in this great shift of reality, let us make our mark together. Let us lean toward the just, the compassionate, and the sacred. Let us walk in dignity with hope for a better world. We may not understand all the reasons why, but let us be the best we can be for those who will come after us, those who will see our lives in the memories we are making, the memories we call human history. So I think those words help us again see whatever we're in the midst of, how we act and how we respond to it sets a mark for those who come after us. And we will make it through this. God's with us in all circumstances. And so knowing that, I know you'll be with us next week as we again, Marty finds ways to serve us and give us wonderful food. So give me my kazoozie.
Oh, yes.
Gotta have my kazoo.
There you go.
Okay. Hold on here. Let's put it on.
Yes.
Here we go. We're kazooing you all out. Have a great day. Go outside. And if you fix the chicken, take it outside and eat under a tree. That would be great. Okay, we ready?
Yes.
Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook, pray. Amen.